It's a famous cathedral.
Okay, good morning. We just arrived here in the Jaro district of Iloilo City, and here is the Jaro Belfry, which is like a bell tower. Very cool. Gonna zoom in. You guys can check it out a little bit better. Really sticks out here in this area. And then right across the street is the Jaro Church, one of the more famous churches here in Iloilo City. And we're right here at the Jaro Plaza, so we're just gonna kind of circumnavigate the plaza and come back here at the church area. It's Sunday morning, so church is in session. And in our section of town, we're staying in the Molo section. There is a scheduled brownout, if you will. In the States, we call it blackout, but here they're called brownouts. This one's scheduled. On the drive here, this part of town, actually, there's still electricity, but in our section, it's brownout. So, but they're probably, doing maintenance, and, probably these scheduled brownouts are really to conserve and protect the grid long term, if you will. So anyway, we're gonna take a walk here around the plaza and just check it out a little bit. So there's a fence up here. I'm not sure what happened. Looks like there's a playground inside. There's some kind of construction project going on. Some nice bricks here. More beautiful trees. You guys have heard me say this a lot, but there's so many beautiful trees here. Over here to my right is a really cool looking building where the Isla Bank is. Looks like an old convent. Very old Spanish style building, if you will. And then further to my left, further to the right is a really old style mansion. That almost looks like Molo in terms of the... So it does look similar to Molo Mansion. It's just looks a little more decrepit. Probably doesn't have the funding that Molo has. But I just want to give you guys a shot. See a lot of dogs walking around here. It's really just part of the culture. So yeah, I'm assuming it's most likely called Jaro Mansion. It really is a fixer-upper compared to what we see in Molo. Still pretty cool. Just bear with me here. So getting back to my banyan tree special, here's another example. This one is a little bit different. Again, vertical root systems extending down, and this one very unique as always. You can see where they've kind of trimmed the roots here on this one. So we're going to walk around. This plaza is right next to the barangay Luna Jaro, so there's different barangays here. Looks pretty cool. Again, more banya to my right. Yeah, looks like I just want to show you guys what's behind this fence. So it looks like they're working on something here, some upgrades to the plaza. You can see a fruit vendor over there to my right. Looks like Lanzones is in season right now. There's huge piles of Lanzones everywhere. It's a local fruit, native fruit. Here's another building here. Kind of circling back. You know, we've seen a lot of plazas, but this is one of the most impressive outside of Plaza Libertad here in Jaro. I'm sure it looks even more impressive at night. So yeah, pretty busy for a Sunday. Still on the weekend, obviously. We have some local cyclists here, taking a walk, taking a break. Probably they just finished a long bike ride. Coming up on another beautiful tree. Almost looks like a magnolia. Still with some flowers. You see that? It's Calachichi tree, that's what my wife said. Yeah, I'm a big fan of parks. Butok Balot. Yeah, we had dinner there. We had a dinner in downtown. Amazing restaurant called Butok Balot, which essentially the translation is skin and bones, but really, really delicious food. So yeah, I think we're gonna cut in maybe over here. There's a central gazebo, if you will, and this looks like a cool little, almost like a tree plaza, mini tree plaza here. I'm gonna cut in through here just to show you guys. So they've done a nice job preserving these trees. There are light fixtures, so I'm sure at night it's pretty cool. Some light music playing. Very cool. Here we see a busker, he's on break. And coming up to a couple monuments I want to film, so we'll check out this one here. This one is Patrocina Gamboa. Pretty cool little statue holding the Philippines flag. Just give me a second, guys. I'll be right back with you. Okay, guys, still in Jaro, and just wanted to show you this one. It's looks like a World War II statue. Kind of what we saw in one of the plazas that we filmed a few days ago, where there's a picture of an arm holding a gun at the top. This one is dedicated to different regiments that served in World War II. This one was dedicated on February 2nd, 1981. You can hear some of the birds chirping. You know, as I'm filming these, I try not to film people. You know, most people are friendly and smiling, but just out of respect. So here's another sort of monument, if you will. Really digging the jazz type music here in the plaza. This is Graciano Lopez Hyena. Initially I thought it was going to be Rizal, but it's not, which is fine. Just a really cool juxtaposition here with this monument, the Jaro, the Belfry, and then the church in the background. Bless you. Still here at this one. And we're gonna step over here on the grass. I love breaking the rules here a little bit. There's a side statue here, a side monument of Mama Mary, which is a big part of the Catholic faith here. I mean, here in the Philippines, it's early August. They start celebrating Christmas, well, not celebrating, but they will start playing Christmas music, and you'll see a lot of Christmas lights beginning in early September. They tend to, the Christmas celebration here starts early. My first trip here back in 2007, I came here in mid-August. My wife and I went to a store, and I could hear Christmas music, and it was early September, and I'm like, honey, what's going on? And then she explained to me that the Filipinos began celebrating Christmas in September, sort of building it up, if you will, which I think is great. I mean, I've had Christmas here in 2018, and an amazing experience. You know, if you love Christmas, and we love Christmas, you definitely want to experience it here in the Philippines, because it's unlike anything else you'll experience in your life. It's just amazing, especially if you're in the barangay with family. It's a celebration. The whole barangay celebrates together, very unified, and there's barangay games, there's, you know, a huge meal, there's you know, then families will break off and go back to their individual homes and keep celebrating. I mean, the revelry goes all night. I think we were out till 3 a.m. So very different from what we experience in the U.S., but I mean, I just have never had a Christmas like that, and it's probably one of my favorite Christmases ever. It's just so fun. So we're going to cross over and get a closer view of the church here. We're on the opposite side of the Belfry, and you know, people are getting out of church, coming out. I think this is kind of a tourist spot even for the locals. So we're here at the and this Jaro Church, and it looks like the two you know, looking at the. So I'm here walking around the Belfry. Very cool. I mean, you can tell just looking at the stonework here, it was built hundreds of years ago. Probably, you know, obviously when the Spanish were dominating here. Looking right across the street, we're right across the street from the Jaro Church. Parishioners are getting out. It's kind of a busy section, if you will. See jeepneys passing, taxis. Pretty cool. So it's nice to be here. We're gonna probably cross over. So just gonna pause the camera here just so we can cross the street, and we'll be back here in a few minutes. Okay, so we've crossed the street here. We're actually in the actual Jaro Church, on the church campus, if you will. So we're gonna walk up the stairs and get a closer look at some of the monuments here. Again, to my right, Mama Mary statue. And we'll take a look inside, but we're gonna go up the stairs here. So there are some vendors around the church.
Usually sells like candles if you want to offer.
Yeah, there's a prayer section, if you will, a crucifix here to my right. Hi, good morning, Mom. So here we'll get a nice view of the plaza. Kind of makes it more special that we're here on a Sunday morning. Yeah, so it was a little quiet through that section when people were praying and meditating. Just out of respect, I didn't want to say anything. So I just want to peek in the church here. And so this is the Jaro Metropolitan Cathedral. I just want to talk a little bit about what we just saw. The stairs on the cathedral's facade above the main entrance leads to the shrine of Our Lady of the Candles, or Nuestra Señora de la Candelaria. What's distinctive about the church is that its bell tower is located across the street near Jaro Plaza, which we've been showing you. While belfries are typically built next to the churches, the Jaro bell tower was built away from the church because the area is prone to earthquakes. The cathedral was built in 1874, but was damaged by an earthquake in early January 1948, repaired in 1956. And there's a fiesta here every February 2nd, so pretty cool. Some interesting history. So I just want to give you guys a peek inside here. So stepping outside, again looking at the belfry, so learned a little bit about the construction, why the belfry is located across the street, which isn't typical. Usually they're located, the bell towers are the church, but here it's a little bit different. So that's pretty much it here, guys, for Jaro. Hope you enjoyed this segment, and wishing everyone a great day.
I don't want to like take it out.
The image must have gone. look like in a couple of years. I mean, it's heavily under construction, but I know it's going to turn out amazing. You can tell it's going to be cool. So, probably our next trip in a couple of years, we'll be back here filming and give you guys some updates on some of the projects that we've seen. Left here. So we're going to take a left here.
No entry. Straight. Some market now they moved.
So here to my left. So because the central market's closed, lots of fresh veggies here, gulai, saging, carrots, just everything and anything you can imagine. All fresh. Looks pretty good. There's some flower stands. So we're just going to kind of loop around here. Yeah, working on a Sunday. These guys, obviously, they have a deadline and they want to meet the deadline, so they're working on a Sunday. So taking a left here, we're going to head back up through town. Just looking around the downtown, if you will. It's only 8:30 in the morning, but it's hot. It's hot already. Another pretty cool mansion here on my left. Cool. There's some, looks like Philippine eagles out front. Barangay Ortiz. My wife is manning the camera while I'm driving. Really older type buildings, just because we're in the heart of Iloilo here.
Go around.
So here to my left is Plaza Libertad.
You want to do right? So let's look around.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet here on a Sunday morning, as you'd expect in any
college.
Looks like another college, small college.
Public college.
Security and Exchange Commission to my left. Looks like another plaza. The Bali Hotel. We're going to keep going straight here.
Sports San Pedro where they have before. That's where I used to hang out.
Checking out some of my wife's stomping grounds here near the water. Road opens up a little bit here.
This is where we get some sunshine before the Esplanade. We used to hang out here.
So here is right next to the Iloilo River. It's Guimaras over there, that's an island. cross. Really is a pilgrimage around this area.
Yeah.
Starting on Sunday, Fridays. Come over there. Maybe we should check this out.
Yeah, we can check
So
it
we're
out.
gonna pull in here to Fort San Pedro.
San Pedro.
Hopefully we can find a place to park here. I think there's a spot right here.
Yeah. It's not.
So we're gonna pull in here. There's a really nice breeze. You can see the white caps.
Before the Esplanade, we didn't have the Esplanade. This is where people go to get some sun, exercise, hang out over there at that point.
Yeah, so we just arrived here at Fort San Pedro. My wife said before they built the Esplanade, this was a popular spot here. Huh? Dip? You can tell when the mirrors are. So here's a view of Guimaras over there. We didn't go this trip over to Guimaras, but we did last time, so it is pretty cool. It's really not that far. We've heard rumors of a bridge being built from Panay Island over to Guimaras, maybe up at the Laganas section, where it's pretty close. That'll be cool. That will definitely open this area up even more. The growth here is very exponential, but I think the bridge is just going to take it to the next level, especially for Guimaras. But it's pretty cool. Like, you can see there's some bluffs over there. Really nice breeze here. Some fishermen. We're not going to go up there, but here's another monument. Looks pretty old. Distito, yeah. Distito. I don't want to go way out on the edge, but yeah, there's some locals hanging out, and okay, yeah. So this is a statue of St. Peter, San Pedro, translation. So I'm just going to step up here to give you guys a view. There's a mini breakwater here. People are fishing. Locals are fishing here on a Sunday morning. And again, in the background is Guimaras. It's a very pretty island. There are bluffs. There's roll-on, roll-off boats. So boats here, the ferries are called roll-ons, roll-offs, because you roll your car on and then roll off on the other side. That's how they describe it here. We call them ferries, but they call them roll-ons, roll-offs here. Really nice breeze. Very picturesque. Guess we are gonna climb up here a little bit just for a better view. See how old this particular monument is. Give you a sort of a panorama view, if you will. Ships out there. I don't think you can see it with this camera, but there is a big white sign looking straight ahead that says Guimaras. Very beautiful. It's a very beautiful island. I mean, if I lived here, I'd be kind of skeptical about developing the island, you know? I mean, I'd almost want to keep it the way it is, you know? I mean, I come from the John Muir School of Environmentalism, which is just sort of leave it alone. And yeah, there are people over there and things are developing, but I think long term, you know, thinking about this particular part of the world in 100 years, I would almost say you'd want to keep the island as undeveloped as possible, you know, just from a species extinction perspective. You know, the idea of degrowth, like we need to protect wildlife and flora and fauna. And I know, and probably once the bridge is built, the floodgates of progress, Guimaras will certainly be transformed. But again, looking at it long term, 7 generations, if you will, it would almost be better to keep it the way it is now. Try to keep it as undeveloped as possible, right? I mean, that's kind of my perspective on Guimaras. Land is fairly cheap over there. Certainly, most likely to increase, especially if that bridge is built at some point. But you know, I'd like to see it not get developed. I think it would be a better asset for Iloilo, for the people of Guimaras. Focus on ecotourism. Try to keep the floodgates down, if you will. You know, keep relying on the roll-on, roll-offs. I mean, you know, I would say, yeah, scrap the bridge. Let's keep the island wild. It's going to better serve this area, this region, and the planet better if it's not developed. But again, that's just my perspective. So, okay, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here from this Fort San Pedro. More and more people coming in. I want to just give you guys a look downstream here. So yeah, pretty cool little spot. We're gonna check out some of the more sections here, so I'll be back with you in a few minutes. Okay, so we're still here at San Pedro, and just wanted to take a look at there's a monument here. And again, there are some fishermen. We've got some lines out here. So here's a statue of Mama Mary with baby Jesus here. Yeah, it looks a little decrepit here. One of the older parts of the city, really. So this probably might be on the list for some revitalization, if you will. But for right now, it's mostly a kind of a drive-in spot. People will come in. Morning. People will come in, and there's a sign over here: Fort San Pedro Drive-In, the best barbecue chicken in town since 1963. So probably what still a hot fishing spot. But this, I saw a sign as we were walking in here, and
Oh, we have live band here at night.
yeah, there's live music here. Nice coconut trees. And yeah, they probably have live music here at this stage.
Oh, I remember, like, I used to be scared with this kind of thing.
So a cute little stage for the music. You can, I'm sure this place was jamming hard last night, Saturday night. People come in, they pull in their cars, get some great chicken, hear some music, have a few beers. So I'm going to punt in on this Pepsi sign. Thank you, come again, and we'll catch up to you guys in the next segment.